Now, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected President Donald Trump's Board of Peace 15-point plan for Gaza. Benjamin Netanyahu said that the Israeli army would not withdraw from Gaza until Hamas fully disarms. Last month, Donald Trump had announced the plans for Hamas to disarm if Israel pulled out of Gaza. Well, in just the past few moments, Hamas has told the AFP news agency that the US must pressure Benjamin Netanyahu to accept the Gaza deal. Despite a ceasefire being agreed last October, Israel's continued to carry out strikes on Gaza, with the health ministry saying that more than 1,200 people have been killed. Well, let's cross over to Jerusalem. My colleague John Donnison joins us now. And John, a blow for Donald Trump's peace plan. Just talk us through what Benjamin Netanyahu has been saying.
It is a blow. I don't think it comes as a massive surprise, this statement from Prime Minister Netanyahu, but he did take some time to make it, perhaps reflecting the difficult position he is in, because he clearly does not like this plan that President Trump has come up with, but he doesn't want to upset Israel's greatest ally. But he was pretty clear today. He said that Israeli forces would not withdraw at all until there was full Hamas disarmament. He said that couldn't be some fictitious disarmament, as he put it. It had to be real. And this comes really just over a week since President Trump announced with great fanfare that Hamas for the first time had agreed to disarm in exchange for Israeli withdrawal, something that he called a monumental step. Well, already we've had a step backwards.
So what does this mean for Gaza then? What happens next?
Well, I don't think much is going to change for Gaza at the moment. I mean, Prime Minister Netanyahu said he was now going to be in discussion with American officials about how to move forward. And I think the reality is that if there is going to be disarmament and withdrawal, then it's going to have to be phased. You know, there would have to be some weapons handed over and then Israel pulled out of some areas. There would have to be then more weapons until eventually you got to all arms being handed over and maybe Israel fully withdrawing. But even that, you know, Prime Minister Netanyahu is in a tough spot. He is under enormous pressure from the right wing of his party. We've got elections coming up in just a few months' time, and it is unimaginable, really, certainly before those elections, to think of Israeli forces withdrawing. So I think, to be honest, we are back to a status quo.
So what does this mean for the elections, as you say, which are coming up in just the next few months?
Well, look, at the moment, Prime Minister Netanyahu is behind in the polls. If there was an election tomorrow, his coalition would probably lose. So there's a lot at stake for him. And, you know, there is not an appetite amongst the Israeli public to take a tough stance, a soft stance on Hamas in Gaza. There is no appetite to make concessions. There is an appetite to continue the operations in Lebanon, where Israeli forces continue to occupy a large chunk of land. And there's quite a lot of appetite for Israel to resume the war with Iran. So certainly before those elections, I can't see Prime Minister Netanyahu becoming dovish. If anything, he's likely to become more hawkish. And I think there is an argument that it might play well with the Israeli public if he can say, look, I am the only Israeli leader who's prepared to stand up to our greatest friend, America, when it's in Israel's interests.
OK, John, as always, many thanks for that update. John Donnison there joining us from Jerusalem.